Hey everyone, I made this ruffle top on the request of one of my viewers. It has some challenging points which I made easy by forming a few basic rules that you guys can follow when making your own tops. I'm very happy with the way it turned out and I'm super excited to share it with you. So let's get started. Fold the cloth once, and if your cloth has stretched, then make sure you fold it on its width. I'm using my t-shirt as a template, so fold it in half and place it on top of your cloth such that the folded side of the t-shirt is on the folded side of the cloth. For stretchy fabric, mark an inch extra to make your shirt a bit loose, but for non-stretchy fabric, mark 2 inches extra. And the length of the shirt is up to you. I'm marking about 10 inches longer than the t-shirt length, so I'm marking the bottom width an inch extra than the t-shirt bottom. So then join these lines. When tracing neckline, fold the neckband of the t-shirt and then trace because we'll attach neckband there. Then trace the shoulder, the armhole. After completing tracing, remove the template. To make the hemline round, mark about 3 inches at the side and join it to the center fold line. Tops with rounded hems work so well and it looks so much better than straight hem when wearing with pants or skirts untucked. Okay, after completing all this, cut it out, but make sure to leave the seam allowance. Okay, big piece of shirt is done. So now for front piece, fold the cloth again, the way we did it for the big piece. Now put your already cut big piece on top of this cloth and trace it. So first trace the hemline. Then move the big piece out of the way. To give the hemline high-low effect, draw the front hemline about 1.25 inches shorter than the back. Once you are done drawing this hemline, then cut it out. Now set the back piece again on top of the front piece and cut all around it. Because the front armholes are a bit deeper than the back armhole and the front neckline is also a bit deeper than the back neckline. So you have to make those changes. So I drew my front neckline about 4 inches deeper than the back neckline. So after drawing all this, cut it out and you are done drafting your front and back pieces. So after drafting your front and back pieces, draft your sleeves. I'm making full sleeves, so for that I took a piece of cloth and fold it twice and fold it on a stretch. Okay, don't worry about the irregular cut, it will be out in drafting. So put your t-shirt on top of that piece and take the length as you want it. Mark the sleeve opening, draw a line and cut. Then draw the inseam and cut that out too. Okay, after this, complete your shoulder drafting and your sleeves are done. To hem the bottom of the shirt, I cut out a long enough piece of strip in exactly the same shape of the hem line by folding the piece in half and then folding the shirt in half too and put it on top of the piece and cut exactly the shape of the hem line. The width of this hem strip is 1.5 inch wide and the length is exactly according to the shirt bottom. So the whole drafting and cutting of the shirt is done. This is the two front and back pieces. This is the neckband. The neckband width is 2.5 inch wide. These are hem strips which are 1.5 inch wide and these are 3 ruffle strips, 2 for sleeves and 1 for front chest. These are sleeves. Now let me explain how to find the right place to add your ruffle to the front bodice and sleeves. For that, measure from the highest point of your shoulder and mark about 7 inches down on your front piece. And do the same on the other side of the shirt. Then draw a straight line from one side to another. And from the same point, measure the same distance toward the sleeves on both sides of the sleeves. And then draw a straight line. Do the same measurement on the other side of the sleeve. For the length of the ruffle, add half of the total measurement to the length. But for sleeves, I didn't follow the same rule because too much ruffle doesn't look good here. So I just added 2.5 inches on fold and cut the short sides of the sleeve ruffle in the shape of the sleeve. To start stitching, the first step is to attach front and back pieces at shoulders. Then mark the area by ironing it where you want to attach the ruffle. Now place your ruffle on top of that crease you just made. Arrange the gathering, and once you are happy with that, then pin the ruffle in place. To hide the raw edge of the ruffle, place the ruffle the way you see. Once this ruffle is sewn on, join up your side seams. On sleeves, mark the place where you are going to attach the ruffle. Place the ruffle the way you did for the front chest. Then pin it. When running a stitch on the ruffle, be very careful not to catch any extra cloth with it. Now when running a stitch on the side of the sleeve, try to catch the short ends of the ruffle in the middle. And at the end, just hem the end by double folding it. Now turn the shirt inside out and attach the sleeves to the side. Find the middle of the sleeve and attach it to the shoulder seam. But make sure the front matches the front, and then pin all around the armhole. At the end, now attach the hem strip to the both front and back pieces by finding the middle and attach it to the middle and then go to the sideways. So iron the hem before folding it to the back. At the end, just double fold the hem to the wrong side. For neckband, first measure your neckline all around. Take the measurement and have 2 inches less than that measurement for your neckband. Now sew the short ends. So I already sewed the short ends and fold it in half. So the width is now 1.25 inches. Now attach it to your neckline. started from the shoulder seam, and now continue pinning the neckband to the neckline, joining the raw edges and pin it. The neckband is bit smaller than the bodice neckline, so it will pull in and stop the neckline from gaping. So you will need to stretch it slightly and evenly as you pin it in place. You're only stretching the neckband, not the neckline on the dress. And after running a stitch, you are done. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe to stay connected.